Hello and welcome to another week of Sports Corner. I'm Jack Berney.
And I'm Ian Herrmann. The Golden Flashes football team matched up with their second top 10 ranked opponent of the fall in Iowa this weekend. Let's go to Kinnick Stadium for the highlight. And here we go, Kent State visiting the 5th-ranked Hawkeyes. We'll pick it up in the first quarter. This snap will fly over Dustin Crum's head. He'll pick it up, but a team of Hawkeyes defenders will come and stop him. That would be a safety. 2-0 Iowa halfway through the first. And now Iowa on offense a minute later. Petrus to Tyler Goodson, who has plenty of open space in front of him. 46 yards to the end zone. That would put the Hawkeyes up 9-0 in the first. But 2 minutes later, the Flashes are driving. Dustin Crum play action. He will find Keshawn Abram 23 yards for the touchdown. Kent State down just 9-7 and looking to make this a game. But we will jump to the fourth quarter, and that does not look like it will be happening today for Kent State. Petrus down the sideline to a wide open Nico Reganey, who will break a couple tackles and get tackled just shy of the end zone. Kent State will unfortunately not be able to pull the upset in this one, and I will remain undefeated, winning 30-7. And now we will hear from Coach Sean Lewis.
Obviously, when you're playing an elite team, top 10 opponent, top 5 opponent like Iowa, or back week 1 against Texas A&M, we got to control the controllables and we got to eliminate bad football. You have turnovers in those critical situations, then you're not giving yourself a chance to win, quite frankly. And if you can't give yourself a chance to win, you haven't earned the right to win. So before you can win big games like this and these moments and these opportunities, you got to give yourself a chance to win. We got to do a better job as a staff. I got to do a better job leading us to put a better emphasis on ball security, because clearly what I'm doing isn't enough to this point. So we got to double down our efforts with that, so we understand how critically important the ball is in those critical moments, so we can capitalize of the experiences and the moments that are in front of us to push through this wall. They found ways to win. They've been in some really, really tight games. Week 1 here against a very good West Virginia team that just proved how good they are by going on the road, or beating Virginia Tech at home last week. So that win looks even better as you continue to see how this college football game or season plays out. And then on a Friday night, going into Champaign, and finding a way to win is never easy on the road. And this Maryland team found a way to do that Friday night. So, a team that is talented and finds ways to win is going to be a tough out. We're looking forward to the challenge, looking forward to getting on the road and getting a chance to showcase our program yet again.
All right, Ian, Kent State sits at 1-2. Obviously, they got Maryland this week. After hearing from Sean Lewis, what do you think the state of the Golden Flashes is so far this season?
I think they're not in a bad place. I mean, obviously, if you open up 3 out of the first 4 weeks against Power 5 opponents, it's going to be tough for you. Looking at it, if they lose this week, they'd be 1-3. But you can't look at that because they are 3 very good schools. And then we'll go into MAC play. I think this Kent State team is going to look very good in the MAC. Defense is looking very good so far for them.
Yeah, I agree. You look at Kent State, Dustin Crum versus Iowa, 16-23 for 185 yards and a touchdown. The rushing game prior to the Iowa game, they were first in the country in yards gains. The defense flies to the football. They were first in turnovers forced. Prior to the Iowa game, Montre Miller and Elvis Hines both had interceptions against VMI. I expect Kent State to do well this season in MAC play, and playing, like you said, 3 out of 4 Power 5 teams in the first 4 weeks. I think it'll strengthen this Kent State team and help them potentially win the MAC.
And now going to look at the Maryland game, I have Maryland winning this one 33-14. The Flashes have struggled against Texas A&M and Iowa so far this season. At first, maybe I thought Maryland could be the upset game for the Flashes. However, that has changed a bit, and Maryland has been playing very well. The Terrapins have a top 20 offense in yards per game, and their defense is very solid. Hopefully this will be the breakout game for Dustin Crum and the passing game this year.
Ian, I got the Flashes winning this one 27-26, and I talked to Coach Lewis this morning, and I know he will have all 3 units, offense, defense, and special teams, ready to roll on Saturday. I also think this is a little bit of a trap game for Maryland as they are looking ahead next week to take on undefeated Iowa. I think Kent State forces some turnovers, has a balanced attack on offense, and they hit a last-second field goal and shock Maryland 27-26.
On Saturday, the Kent State volleyball team took on Duquesne in their final non-conference game at the MAC Center as the Golden Flashes ended up losing to the Dukes in 5 sets. Kent State was led offensively by senior Melissa Kulabasi, who had 19 kills, seniors Danny Tyson had 13 kills, and junior Taylor Herberly had 11. Redshirt senior Alex Hafner recorded her 5th double-double of the season with 52 assists and 15 digs. The Golden Flashes will begin conference play against Ball State Friday and Saturday at the MAC Center.
And the Kent State Golden Flashes women's soccer team knew they had a tough game on Sunday as they were on the road against the 15th ranked West Virginia Mountaineers. The Mountaineers took the early 1-0 lead in the 29th minute and added to that lead when they went up 2-0 in the 61st minute of the game. The Golden Flashes would not back down though with the last-minute Cameron Shedenhelm penalty kick. The goal was her third of the season as the Flashes fall to 4-3. The Flashes will pick things up at home against Akron on Thursday with a chance to win the home of the wagon wheel.
The Kent State women's golf team was in action at the Mercedes-Benz Intercollegiate in Knoxville, Tennessee this weekend. Through one round for the Golden Flashes, Emily Price leads all players on the leaderboard at 6 under par. Also contributing to Kent State was Chloe Saylor, who was 2 over par for the first round. As a team, the Flashes find themselves in 7th place at 7 over par for round 1. Play will continue tomorrow for the second round.
And let's go to some field hockey. The Kent State field hockey team came into their first conference game against Ohio with some momentum as they beat the likes of 3 ranked teams this season. The 23rd ranked Golden Flashes took care of business as they took down the Bobcats by the final score of 3-2 in a double overtime thriller at Murphy Mellis Field on Friday. Junior Sydney Washburn led the way with 2 goals, and her second was the difference maker, breaking a 2-2 tie in the 74th minute. Some other notable standouts for Kent State include 5th-year player Claire Rodriguez-Cito putting one in the back of the net, sophomore Katie Worsley, and junior Maria Cambra-Soler each had assists, and goalkeeper Azur Fernsler had 6 saves as the Golden Flashes earned back-to-back double OT wins. Kent State will take a trip to the state up north this week as they will take on the likes of Central Michigan on Friday and Michigan on Sunday.
The Golden Flashes men's and women's cross-country team competed in Cedarville for the All-Ohio Championships on Friday. The men's team finished in 14th and the women's team finished in 13th out of 21 teams respectively. Leading the way for Kent State on the men's side was freshman Nazari Epps, who finished with a time of 29 minutes and 26.6 seconds as he tied for 2nd overall in the race. Anchoring the women's squad was junior Leah Liesel, finishing with a time of 23 minutes and 30 seconds, finishing in 33rd place overall. The cross-country team will travel to South Bend, Indiana to compete in the Joe Piane Invitational on Friday.
Friday Night Lights are back. We'll have coverage of our high school football game of the week and much, much more when we return.
$7,000 high school students drop out every school day. Let's catch them before it's too late. To start helping students in your community, visit boostup.org.
It's a big responsibility.
Oh, it's huge. I know, it's huge.
And the salary.
Oh my god, yes. I mean,
Right?
like, I was about to move in with my parents, and right before, so this saved me.
I really believe in you, you know.
Thank you. It's nice to hear that from someone.
These are cool. Did you, what did you?
Every one of us has a voice, and every voice has the power to shape the world. Ours is no different. Our voice is 85 years in the making, a voice that's more than 700 students strong, one of the largest in the nation. It's 10 different award-winning media partners sharing 34 outlets, all working united toward a common goal. Our voice reaches 30,000 households on TV, over 22,000 magazine readers per year, 500,000 newspapers, feature films in stores nationwide. Our voice is pride in what we do. It empowers students, emerging professionals, to ask tough questions and demand answers. We believe in our voice. We believe in its ability to change the world. And our voice makes us who we are.
Welcome back to Sports Corner, everybody. The Rockets and Ravens met at Gilchrist Field for a Portage County showdown. Let's go to our high school football game of the week. Here we see the Ravenna Ravens running onto that blue field, looking like Boise State out there in Ravenna, but it was Streetsboro to start things off as Mason Climack pump fakes and finds a wide open Hunter Hopperton in the end zone. The Rocks extend their lead to 13-10 on that play, but Ravenna was trying to make things interesting as quarterback Ethan Cobbin takes the QB keeper and finds his way into the end zone as Ravenna cuts Streetsboro's lead to 20-17. But Mason Climack was not done. On the quarterback draw, he is going to go 51 yards down the sideline. Nobody is going to catch Mason Climax. Streetsboro extends the lead to 27-17. But Ravenna was still trying to get back in this game as Ethan Cobbin rolls to his left, finds Pavel Henderson, who makes the diving catch to keep a late drive alive for the Ravens. But in the end, it was too much Streetsboro as Hunter Hopperton is going to take this handoff and fight his way, dragging Ravenna Ravens into the end zone for the touchdown. Streetsboro wins 40-17, and they move to 4-0 so far on this season.
This week, the Coventry Comets took on the Springfield Spartans, and what a game this was. Let's get into some of these highlights. We have Chase Rankin taking the quarterback sneak into the end zone for the touchdown. Coventry immediately takes a 7-0 lead. Springfield trying to get something going here as quarterback Colton Gebhardt finds Sean Guerrero for the minimal gain. Later in the drive, Colton Gebhardt gets swarmed by the Coventry defense and Springfield is forced to punt. Brady Watson takes the handoff down the sideline and takes it all the way for the touchdown, and Coventry extended their lead to 28-0. And here we have Chase Rankin firing it down the field, and it's caught by Stephen Davis, who takes it 70 yards for the score, and Coventry is rolling now at 35-0. And we've got Gebhardt with a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak for a beautiful first down. Then later on in the drive, Colton Gebhardt takes the quarterback sneak into the end zone, and Springfield cuts the lead to 43-8. But here we have Brady Watson taking the kickoff and going all the way for the touchdown. This brings up the final score to Coventry winning 58.
And we're going to stay with our high school football correspondent, Olivia Sharp here. Liv, is there a player to watch from Coventry that you've seen this season?
Absolutely. Has to be quarterback Chase Rankin. You guys saw him. He is insanely good. I'd liken him to a Baker Mayfield type. He's a smaller quarterback at only 5'10", but he plays like he is 6'3". He's a great asset to the Comets, and he's only going to get stronger this season.
And will Garfield be able to remain undefeated?
Honestly, it's incredibly rare for a high school football team to be 5-0, especially when they're winning like this. 49-7 against Newton Falls, 35-14 versus LeBray, 47-6 against Lakeview. The scores don't lie. This team is dominating, and it shows as they're third in their conference. Keep an eye on Anthony Dema. He's accounted for over half of Garfield's touchdowns. I have a feeling we'll be seeing a lot more of him this year.
Now, why is Streetsboro's offense so amazing? What makes them go?
Plain and simple, Mason Climack. He's a really dynamic quarterback, and he makes great plays with his feet and his arms. Whenever he plays well, the offense follows suit. He had 2 passing touchdowns and 1 rushing. He's the 57th best quarterback in Ohio, and it shows.
And now we will go down to Columbus, where Tulsa was playing the Buckeyes. We'll pick it up in the third quarter in this one. CJ Stroud will give it to the man of the game. Travion Henderson breaks a tackle, makes another miss, and he will go into the end zone to put the Buckeyes up 20-6. And now with a minute left in the third, Tulsa trying to diminish that Ohio State lead. Davis Brin will hit the wide open Cannon Montgomery for the score. Buckeyes up just 20-13. And now we'll go to the fourth quarter, just 3 minutes left. The Buckeyes looking to put it out of reach. Stroud, Garrett Wilson, count it, touchdown. That would put Ohio State up 34-20. But a minute later, Brin trying his best to come up with some heroics late. He will go left and he will throw it left, but it will be picked off by Cameron Martinez. He's looking to take this one all the way back. He's got a convoy of blockers in front of him down the sideline, and he will go all the way for the pick six. Buckeyes win 41-20.
Let's go to number 1 Alabama versus number 11 Florida. In the swamp, the Florida Gators faithful are out in full But we pick this off with Alabama, number 1, Bryce Young. He drops back. He fires it to Jaleel Billingsley, who takes it in for the 26-yard touchdown. Alabama extends their lead 14-3 in the first quarter, but here comes Florida. Malik Davis takes the handoff and is running angry. 26 yards for the touchdown. Florida cuts the lead to 21-10 on that play. And the Florida Gators were not done. Dameon Pierce on 4th and 1. He takes the handoff into the end zone and dives across the goal line. The Gators cut the lead to 21-16 after the score, but Alabama wasn't done either. Brian Robinson Jr. on 4th down takes the handoff, cuts it outside. Alabama goes up 12 on that play, but Florida keeps on chugging as Dameon Pierce bounces outside, and he is going to find his way into the end zone. Florida cuts the lead to 2. They got a chance to tie in the 2-point conversion. A late handoff here by Amari Jones with a late handoff to Malik Davis. He gets stuffed by the Alabama defense. Number 1, Alabama survives 31-29.
And now another SEC team in Auburn visiting the Nittany Lions in the whiteout game at Penn State. We'll pick it up in the first quarter. Auburn up 3, but Nittany Lions, they're trying to get points. And Sean Clifford will find Jahan Dotson in the back of the end zone for the touchdown to go up 7-3. But now in the second quarter, Auburn looking for their first touchdown, and Tank Bigsby up the middle. That was a 4-yard score. Tigers up 10-7. And now to the third quarter. Penn State is up 21-10 until Tank Bigsby yet again off to the right. He will dive in, touchdown Tigers. Auburn up down 21-17. And into the fourth quarter we go. Penn State is up just 1 point until Noah Cain, wide open hole up the middle. That would put Penn State up 28-20. And now 3 minutes to go. Auburn, they are trying. They just need 2 yards for the score. But this Bo Nix pass sails over the head of the receiver. And that would do it on 4th and goal. Penn State holds on to win 28-20. Nothing like following a college football Saturday with a Sunday full of NFL football. We'll take a look at some AFC North Week 2 matchups when we return.
Even though there is so much against us, you will see me wearing a face covering.
And even with my face covered,
you will see me
as a son,
as a friend to everyone I meet,
as a fighter for change,
as a woman who stands up for what I believe in.
So join me in wearing a face covering
to help stop the spread of the coronavirus.
Because this is one small act of kindness that has the power to bring us all together.
I adopted Bento in 2010 from a shelter. As it turns out, we have very similar personalities. And this cat makes me make art because he's always motivating me to take pictures of him, to draw pictures of him. He just is motivating artistically. It's just that simple. Well, he's my best friend, but a lot of people know him as Keyboard Cat.
Your favorite weekly music show just got even better. We are now online serving all the needs of your favorite music media. You can check out our site for editorials and reviews from our writing staff featuring headline news and stellar illustrations from our design team. In the mood for your favorite artists? Check out links to our past episodes on this new and brilliant site. We are now one click away at KentCoreTV2.com. We are Kent Core. We are music-driven media.
Welcome back. The Browns lost a heartbreaker to the reigning AFC champs in Week 1, but found themselves back at home up against a familiar face in Week 2. And we see Baker Mayfield and Tyrod Taylor, former teammates before the game. It was Tyrod Taylor who was making some noise in the second quarter here. He pump fakes, and he's going to scramble and find his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Houston goes up 14-7 in the second. But Baker Mayfield says, I can do whatever you can do, but I can do it better, as he pump fakes, and he's going to scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. The Browns tie it up at 14 just before the halftime. Baker's fired up, and rightfully so. In the third quarter now, Baker throws a screen pass to the rookie from UCLA, Demetric Felton, who hits him with the B button in Madden, the spin cycle, and he is going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown, 33 yards. Browns take a 21-14 lead, but the Texans were not done. Rookie Davis Mills drops back. He finds Brandon Cooks on the slant route for the touchdown. The Texans cut the Browns' lead to 3 after that play. But in the end, the Browns were too much. Nick Chubb takes this handoff, bounces outside, and the freight train is chugging all the way to the end zone. Chubb's 8th straight game with a touchdown. This touchdown ices a Browns 31-21 win.
Now we will head to the Browns rival, the Steelers, taking on the Raiders. Derek Carr will hit Hunter Renfrow over here. He makes a couple men miss, and he picks up a big gain on 2nd and 12. And now the Steelers on offense. Big Ben looking to go deep down the field, and he will do just that to the left to Deontay Johnson, who goes out of bounds near the 5-yard line. And now 2nd and goal from the 3. Roethlisberger to Juju Schuster on the handoff. That would be a touchdown. Steelers up 7-6. And now 3rd quarter, Raiders up 2 until this touchdown pass from Derek Carr to Foster Moreau to push their lead to 16-7. But 4th quarter, Steelers trying to bring this back to a one-score game, and Roethlisberger will find Najee Harris, who dives into the end zone to make this a 2-point game. And the Raiders looking to extend their lead. Derek Carr will heave one up to a streaking Henry Ruggs. No mistake about that one. 61 yards to the house. Raiders, they go on to win 26-17.
And let's go to the Ravens and the Chiefs Sunday Night Football. Lamar Jackson hands it off to Tyson Williams, who's going to walk into the end zone, right? Wrong. He fumbles, but luckily Devin Duvernay recovers the fumble, and the Ravens get the touchdown on that wacky play. But Patrick Mahomes will not keep you out of a game for long as he steps up, fires it to Demarcus Robinson, who makes the catch for the touchdown. Chiefs go back on top 14-7. More from Magic Mahomes as he is going to roll to his right. 3 Ravens defenders are going to be in his face. He's going to have to throw across his body over the middle. And Travis Kelce, watch the Cleveland Heights product run on this play. Rumble, big man rumble. He is going to find his way into the end zone, making man's miss. Looks like a receiver out there as the Chiefs go up 35-24 on that play. But the Ravens weren't done. Lamar Jackson fakes the handoff. He is going to walk into the end zone. Flip into the end zone is a more appropriate way to say that, as the Ravens go on top 36-35. Big call here by John Harbaugh. Lamar Jackson takes the handoff on 4th down, and he goes across the line for the 1st down. Ravens win 36-35.
And now the other Ohio team, Cincinnati, taking on the Bears in Chicago. We'll jump to the 4th quarter on this one. Joe Burrow, don't know what he was looking at on that one. Throws it to Roquan Smith, the big man. He's going down the sideline, chugging his way, and he will go all the way for the pick 6. Bears are up 17-3. Now they're up 20-3 later on. The Bengals need points here. Joe Burrow answers. Jamar Chase, his college teammate, he will cut inside, and he will go in for the score to cut the Bears' lead in half. But next possession for the Bears, Justin Fields, he will throw it to the other team, picked off by Logan Wilson, who takes it inside to the Chicago 10. Since he needs to score points off that turnover, and they will do just that. Burrow finds T. Higgins, touchdown, 2017 lead for Chicago. But their very next possession, 3rd and 9. They need this 1st down. Justin Fields scrambling. He'll break 1 tackle. He's running left, and all he needs, and he gets it. Just gets the 1st down. Bears hold on to win this one, 20-17. And when we come back, we'll have our award-winning segments like the Magic Money Line, Start or Sit 'em, and Man on the Silver Mountain.
Can we get strawberries?
Okay.
Wizard, roll for deceasedness.
My Dark Wizard casts Super Fireball.
The wizard has only rolled an 8.
What? This is garbage!
Spell.
No way a roll like that doesn't hit a level 1
I
goblin.
have
Are you
7.
serious? You gotta be
Oh my god! What is
It's
going
just a
on?
big goblin.
Cease your quarreling, children.
What?
No! What are you doing, you crazy monster?
Nanny?
Oh my
What?
You should stop being nerds and playing D&D and be nerds and watch All Systems Go Wednesdays at 9, where we talk everything from movies, games to anime and more.
Yeah,
No,
seems
yeah.
reasonable.
Go watch All Systems Go.
And welcome back to Sports Corner. It's the moment you've all been waiting for. It's my Magic Money Line. Let's get to my picks this weekend. As I know Austin usually loses you guys money on this show, but I can guarantee you I will win you some money this week. As my first pick is going to be the Buccaneers plus 105 versus the Rams. You see it up there. They play on Sunday Night Football. Tom Brady, an underdog on the road. I know the Rams are an up-and-coming team with Matthew Stafford, but I like the Super Bowl champs to get it done on Sunday Night Football. We also got the Packers plus 145 versus the 49ers. Aaron Rodgers, I know he's had a little bit of an up-and-down year. A lot of offseason drama surrounding him. Week 1 didn't look that good, 3 for 2 interceptions, but the Packers are still a great offensive team. Him and Devontae Adams will get their connection going next week against the 49ers. And NCAA football, you heard me pick Kent State to win it. I'm going to pick Kent State plus 475 versus Maryland. Ian, let's get to your stardom sit-em.
Stardom. I know last week was struggling. Corey Davis, terrible. Julio Jones did great, but it's second week, new week. I think DJ Moore is going to be the guy to start. He's been electric for the Carolina Panthers. They're clear number 1. Sam Darnold likes him, averaging 18 points in these 2 games, lots of targets. And the opposite could say for Brandon Ayuk. You got to sit him. Deebo Samuel is their clear number 1 in San Francisco. Ayuk didn't even have 1 target in week 1, just 2 in week 2. Not looking up to the potential that many thought he could be. Sit that man, let him ride, and see what happens. If maybe this is his breakout week, but I don't think it will be. And my man on the Silver Mountain is Fresno State quarterback Jake Haener. Haener threw for 455 yards and 2 touchdowns, and those 2 were the most clutch in the game. With 3 minutes left, Haener threw a touchdown for 19 yards, but on the throw seemed to have injured his hip that left him struggling to walk. However, that did not matter. After UCLA took back the lead, Haener led the Bulldogs down the field and threw the game-winning touchdown pass with 14 seconds left to upset the Bruins. Haener could barely move, but was able to get the job done in this one.
And let's get to my man on the Silver Mountain. It's Ohio State running back Travion Henderson. Ohio State needed to bounce back against Tulsa, and because of Henderson, they did just that. Henderson broke Archie Griffin's single-game freshman rushing record, running for 277 yards and 3 touchdowns on only 24 carries. Henderson provided some hope for a team that often looks like it's lost on both sides of the ball. If the Buckeyes can get their act together, they might compete for a national title. They'll just need to get on the shoulders of their running back to do so. And that is going to do it for this week's edition of Sports Corners. I've been Jack Berney.
And I'm Ian Herrmann.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Follow us on Twitter at TV2KSU Sports for updates on everything Kent State sports. Until then, we'll see you all next week.
Hey, let's check out this park. Oh, wow, that's really cool.
To find a great local park or forest near you, go to discovertheforest.org.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.